Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
You know him well. He's the man that's behind the scenes, Mr. DJ.
What you do? I'm here.
And if you want a blast from the past, we got the Don. I mean, I keep calling him the Don. What do you want to be called? It's just Don. He's the Don.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That being said, how's everybody today going? Let's jump it off like that.
It is hot outside.
It is hot. The choice of wear is phenomenal, yes, because it is hot.
Shoot. You the only one in here in pants. Everybody else like, nah, it's too hot for pants.
You know, I gotta go see if I'm what is that?
Anemic?
I gotta go see because it's gotta be something.
Man, it's dark and Texas is hot.
Yeah, and I'm dark. So, you know.
I don't know what you got going on. It's hot.
Yeah, okay. It's 2 degrees past hell out here.
Man.
And this is one of our warmest days this week.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, cooler. I mean, let me correct that. It's one of our coolest temperature days this week.
And that's what the pants
And it's still hot.
cool.
It's like 95, 99 degrees out
The
here.
AC in the car is really upset. It act like it's 130. And my AC still good.
Man,
I know.
AC is lukewarm.
AC like, nah, I can't handle this, man. Like, AC talking to us like, bruh, do this again, I'm gonna quit.
Hey, it's on this 7-day work.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm tired.
I already put in my 2 weeks. They stupid. They think I'm
on full blast, bro. You ain't gonna turn it down a little bit.
for real. That's how we rocking today.
Overtime.
I'll walk out right now.
Hey, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Mm.
All right, let's jump into shooting the breeze. Why do people try to hustle friends when it comes to splitting the meal evenly?
And the thing, I'm just saying, I know somebody's not going to be like, that's not true, but it is true. This is only women. There is no dude, there is no dude in his right mind that's literally going to sit here and be like, oh, let's split the bill evenly. No, you pay for what you got. If you got a drink, if you got a salad, that's what you pay for.
You got T-bone steak, 3 shots of yak, and you know, a blowjob in the back. That's on you, fam.
Yeah, but the thing is, they make it weird and it's crazy nowadays. There's a lot of ladies out here talking. I've even had a couple of friends say, oh, they thought they were going to get over on me. I'm like, how they get over on you? Man, she had all this food. I had a salad and then 2 drinks.
Right.
Mine came out to $25. Hers came out to $140.
Right. Well, that goes, part of that plays into how men and women operate. You know what I'm saying? When you in your household, what are you known as? Like,
Provider?
Provide. Your job is to bring it to the table. That's what you do. I bring it to the table. Extreme accountability on man's part. So if you're going to be held accountable for what you do, so you're going to be held accountable for the meal you just selected, whatever that is. On top of that, you got to bring it to the table. There's going to be people out there looking for you to pay for everybody else too, because that's what men do. On the other hand, flip side, and it's no knock to women in any shape, form, or fashion. It's the way of the world. Cleopatra, if you read The Art of Seduction, they tell you how this works. The key thing that women have when it comes to men is manipulation. And it can be manipulation in multiple ways.
Yeah.
It's sexual manipulation, it can be a mental manipulation, but anytime you have a power dynamic that is that skewed, whereas physically, there's no way that your wife, my wife, and his wife combined can take you down. Just you.
No.
It's just not, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So they had to even the odds in some way, some fashion. It's a silent agreement that was made. I will, as a man, submit to letting you have say-so, letting you have, you know, words without me. Because if we doing it like men do, the most powerful person in the room typically gets what they want.
Yeah.
The United States shows you that. Right now, Russia and Ukraine trying to show you that. When men operate, we base a lot of things on logic and physical. I show up. I'm the biggest dude, I'm the most powerful dude, I'm the one that's willing to take it there. Most of the time, I win. When women get inserted into that, like I said, they have to use what they have at their disposal to win. So she might not have came with the money, but if she don't have a man at the table that she can easily manipulate, then hey, let's try to split this even. I know I got the stake, y'all. I don't want to sit back and take ownership of what I just did. I don't wish to do that. What I would like to do is throw this out there because there's some other girls in here bought steak, and we just need a little bit of that salad girl money over there. So let's try to manipulate her. Only issue that comes into play is she been doing this just as long as y'all. Y'all playing with bets trying to win. Like, nah, she ain't had enough drinks. If she had the salad, she ain't had enough drinks, man. You ain't gonna beat her. Because she been doing the same thing that y'all been doing. What you gotta do is stop going around here with this single girl. All I need is a bag mentality. Because that is not true. You need a man. And if you sitting with the right guy, if I'm sitting at a table and somebody said, oh, let's split this evenly, I'm be like, hey, fine, you ain't gonna do that. Here, put it on mine. I don't have time to try to do the manipulate. Like, that's how you avoid it.
But that's the difference because if it's your partner, it's just like, okay, man, you got me this time, I got you next time. It is what it is. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, but that discussion normally happens before we even go out. It's been times we went out and I'm like, man, got it today. You know what I mean? You got me. I got you, bro. It's not a big deal. It's just the discussion. I hate when they try to pop it up out of nowhere. Like, oh, we all do. It's even. Like, this how we do it all the time. No, it ain't. It's a surprise. That's why like, on the video was like, where this come from? It just trying to hit them out of nowhere with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There wasn't no discussion about it. Now, I don't think... like, for me, it's just, like I said, I always look at the big picture. I just hate when people, they share that video and they just go on and on about, like, if you don't split it, you broke. You start, like, trying to put, like no.
You trying to play me.
I don't want to pay for your shit. Like,
yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
I have a right to not pay for your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is that plain and simple?
Yeah.
Like, why do people, like, try to, like,
you know,
blanket statements? I don't
you know what be bad? Most of the time, there's always somebody at the table that'll be like, man, if I got it, you know what? I'll do it for you. But when you try to play me, that makes me want to be like, nah, bro. Nah, you good. You like, don't try to play me for no fool. It's like, if I got it at the table, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing good right now. We all go out. Hey, don't even worry about this round. I got you, bro.
No.
Simple and easy.
Easy.
But if you try to be like, well, bro, you got this right. Hold up, bro. How you come out with no money? You knew before you even got out here, you gonna have to pay for it. And I guess a lot of ladies are like, because you don't have to pay getting clubs a lot of time. You don't have to pay for drinks when it comes to men. But I'm like, if you are with your female friends, y'all are on equal playing field. Right. Even if one's cuter and one's uglier, you're still on equal playing field.
Yes, you say.
Like, you know, the cuter one always try to manipulate the ugly one into doing some crap, but it's like, no, y'all are on the same playing field.
Really? When it comes down to it, like he illustrated. One, he made an exceptional point when he stated, you trying to tell me I'm broke because I don't want to pay for your meal. The rebuttal for every woman should be the logic. This is how logic works. If I'm too broke to pay for something you got, what does that make you, the person who got what you got and can't afford it? Because you're trying to get me to buy it.
Yeah.
That means you're broke and irresponsible. That means that you the one with the terrible credit scores, you the one with the repossessions, you the one, because you refuse to account for what you do. And you're looking for somebody to come in with a cape. I'm not Superman, I'm not Clark Kent. For my people, like I would be a terrible superhero. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I would be a terrible superhero. Lois Lane just jumped out the window. I hope the ground made of rubber. The only way she's gonna get back up is if she hit it and bounce back. I ain't coming out. No, she's stupid. be accountable. Just because I'm here don't mean that you finna no. Now, this is when being married is a plus. My wife ain't finna know. She ain't trying to figure out who gonna cover what she knows. Bryant's at the table. Whatever I buy is covered. I don't have to work like y'all single women out here. Y'all looking for who gonna pay tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the man that's paying tonight home.
But that brings up that whole point where women were talking about if you can't spend $300 on a date, you shouldn't be going out. On a first date, like for my wife, I have no problem breaking my pockets. I ain't saying $300 gonna break my pockets, right. But you on first date, things like that, you not gonna break my pockets. Chad Ochocinco had this funny one. He was like, yes, I am a millionaire. Yes, but I don't consider myself that type of high-valued man because I'm frugal with my money. I spend my money on what I spend it on. Like my girl, my wife, yes, I would spend my money on them. Have no problem. Right. But just to go out, that's like, I consider you a lifelong friend.
Right. I
have no problem breaking bread for a lifelong friend. But somebody I met last week
can't do it.
What for? Like
even that, bro. I wouldn't even mind spending $300, $400, $500. That wouldn't even bother me. The biggest problem is you telling me I gotta do this to compete, to have a chance with you. Yeah, this not even just something we doing because we like each other. I'm putting on a show for you. You got me fucked up.
Yeah.
You got me up. What? I couldn't do it because, I had a situation like this. I went to pick up a girl. We was going to the mall. She was picking out outfit, but she brought her friend with her. So it came a time when we went to, what was it, Shake and Shack or something?
No, Steak and Shack.
So she get her food, I get mine, and then the girl come like right behind and order her food. Like, just like so entitled and asks nothing. So the guy comes up and says the price. He says, is that all together? And the girl in the back said, it's all together. I was like, no, it's not. I said, I got mine and hers. I don't know what she gonna do, bro. But I got mine and I paid for it. And girl she was holding her mouth like, wow, he just did this. I was like, what, you expect me to pay for your friend? And she got quiet. And sometimes women like if they bring a guy out, they just like showing off, I guess. I don't know what they get out of that, but it just sometimes, bro, it's just like, if you know you don't have it, why even go out? That's what I don't understand.
My thing, in that situation with the girl in the car, you sitting in the car, you know you ain't got it, you know we about to eat. Yeah. Ask. It really sometimes that simple. Own it. You ain't got it, own it. If you're dealing with somebody who is on drugs, who is an addict, in order for them to change, they have to want it. And wanting it means you have to accept it first. It's hard to help somebody who has not asked for help because the first thing they will do once they receive the help and it does not work is tell you, I never asked for this. This ain't what I wanted. That's the first thing they do. So as terrible as it is, the best way to get what you know they want is to let them understand this is what you want. You want me to pay for it. Say it. If your homegirl in the backseat want me to pay for it, instead of saying and leaping over me, who's obviously in control, why? Because I have the money. I'm driving the car. Hey, Don, can you cover this for me? I ain't got it right now. Bypass your homegirl. Go straight to the source. Ain't no man sitting in the front seat. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna put that on me. I can't speak about me. Because some men might. Because be like, I know I bought enough. I bought enough for me and her. And by my measure, a dude who being accountable, I brought her, so I'm accountable for her. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it. Maybe friend. So I'm not gonna put that on what men do. I'm gonna just say, most people sitting in that front seat, if you come to me and you are humble and not in a narcissistic situation, like, oh, I'm entitled and I'm owed this because I'm riding in the car with you, you gonna buy it. Oh, you nothing.
But
in fact, I could have made you walk.
like, I was thinking about it like this: the whole humble. Like, for example, if one of your friends know that they ain't got it and they ask you for something, first thing 9 times out of 10 is gonna come out of their mouth: how much I got to spend, bro? It's like, I'm not about to run your tab up because I know, hey, you're doing me a solid.
Yeah,
You doing something for me, so it's like, hey, what's my limits? Like, let me know before I, like, now.
Before I jump out there.
Yeah, because if you say, hey, bro, don't even worry, get whatever you want.
This me talking to a female. Like I said, you've gone through large portions of your life being given things. It is the way it is. You've been given a lot. My daughter right now, you ask her when she's went to a Target and or a Walmart and picked up something and been like, oh, my daddy ain't gonna buy this. She knows. It's just her lifestyle.
Bro, you ain't gotta keep bragging, bro. I wish I was there, bro. I wish.
But I'm just saying, now don't get me confused. Sometimes I be like, nah, look, now you can pick up this big thing, you need that little thing. but at the same time, it's like she knows it's levels. If I'm going with my mom, the no is a concrete no. It's concrete. They've been playing in the same field for Paige entire life and Lynn entire, like, it's just, I'm seasoning the game, Paige. I can't. You trying to ask me for something, you need to wait. Literally, my wife will say, you better go with your daddy. Cause she know that's how you get stuff that you don't necessarily need, but you want, you go bug him.
Yeah.
With me, I've been doing this too long. I bug him too. It's just how it works. And in my world, I'm like, everything that I've been, everything outside of life and the Similac that my parents would feed me when I came out the womb, all that I had to work for. So I'm used to putting myself on the line to get the things that I want. I'm not used to asking. That's why if one of y'all asks me like, hey, I ain't got it right now, I know what that means. I know how much pride you had to swallow, how humble you had to come just to even ask. So the first thing I'm gonna do would be like, don't even worry about it, bro, I got it. Cause half the time I try to beat you before you finish the sentence, because I'm trying to let you know, like, bro, the fact that you even would come to me, like, let me know that you know that I got you. Yeah. I just need to know, hey, it's one of them times. Cool, don't worry about it. I got it. What you need, get what you want.
Jeremy, when you brought up the $300 date, I didn't mean to steer from that.
You good on
about that topic, bro. It gets me so mad. We'll be talking all day about that, man. I just that irritated me when I posted that.
I just didn't understand, because when did there become a limit to initial date?
It's just women, it's like they just have this thing of wanting this luxurious thing that they could brag about. It's not nothing to do with a standard, nothing. It's just something they have to brag about. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. I've been on steak dinners where we both got a filet mignon and it didn't even reach 150. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get where the 300 comes from. Like, it's crazy. I've been to a bar too. We had a good meal. She got about 3 or 4 drinks, and we didn't hit nowhere near 200. Like, I don't understand. Like, why does that have to be a vocal point? I don't know. I just think a lot of them just want to have something to brag about. That's all it is. It ain't no requirement. I mean, most of them don't get it. They do not get that from me. They just want to, well, I'm going to say this, and you just got to go by it.
If you want that type of response from a man, marry him.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. Y'all trying to find the benefits to being married, that's one. If my wife goes out and runs up $1,000 tab, if I ain't got $1,000, I'm washing dishes in the bag. She's just gonna go home. I covered that. It don't matter.
But the thing is, you know as well as I do, if you're asking for something that high, you gotta be able to match that high because no dude in his right mind is gonna be like, hey, you know what? We go out on $300, $400 dates, and I want to make you my wife, and you don't have nothing to match with that. It's like, why would I go broke behind you and actually marry you? Dude probably paid $300. Smash.
Well, the girl I'm dating now, she would probably say, "What are we getting here to cost that much?" And then her rebuttal would be like, "Okay, I know a place that's cheaper where we get all of that for a cheaper price." When you date women like that, now I spend money on a woman like that.
Because
she knows.
Always do.
she's a once you put yourself in that space, you turn yourself into an asset. You
Not liability.
Walking to the bathroom and she done paid for the meal already a couple of times. And I say this because she is literally to me a perfect 10. So you got girls 7s and 6s demanding all this stuff that this 10 is not even like, and they come to a guy like myself who has I be like, girl, get out my fucking face, bro. It's irritating that nobody tells these women, you want all this high stuff, you don't look the part. We know that. I know, like, certain women you can't just walk up on because you know how fine they are or how they carry themselves. Some women don't have that mentality. Every woman think that they are 10.
Right.
That's where a lot of these problems come from.
And we could dive into that in relations to, because like I said, social media and internet have played a major role in the inflation of ego of women, especially for the dating pool. I'm a married guy, so I can't speak too heavily on it. But I'm glad you hear
this.
But outside of, why do people put extra responsibilities on these fathers in today's time, but expect fathers to still be traditional? When it comes, in order to preface this question properly, in the past, fathers typically bring home the bacon. Now, the preparation of the bacon, the feeding of the kids, washing the clothes, all that was placed over into the female's role. That's what women do. I bring the money to get the house, and you make said house a home, right? Now, you as a man are still required to, in fact, bring home said bacon in order to get us the house. But the women are not required to do exactly what the women in the past were doing. Now it's like we gonna share that burden 100%. Like no. I don't do all the cleaning. I don't do all the cooking. I don't do all of this. You're responsible for these, right? So that's just so you understand where the question is going.
Yeah, that's just pertaining to the black community. That's not nowhere else at all. That's why the marriage rates are higher than ours. That's why the divorce rate is lower than ours. We don't have a set principle on what marriage is. We're all guilty of it. Like how many, like you guys have applauded, what's her name? Steve Harvey's, Lori Harvey. Yeah, let her live her life. She's young, this and that. How is that preparing you for a husband? You know what I mean? We apply single behavior that pushes you away from a committed marriage that'll be happy and last long. But we expect these, and even though we had another sensitive topic, Sierra situation.
Right.
We applaud Russell Wilson for being a stepfather. And a lot of people wonder why I get triggered by it. It's because Dwayne Johnson had his kids while he was married. You don't hear as much in the black community about him being a father. You don't hear about LeBron James. You don't hear about Allen Iverson. Even the situation with Nipsey Hussle. He was Lil Wayne's child's stepfather. Did you hear anything bad about that situation? You had never heard nothing because they respected each other. Know why black women didn't post that like they post Russell Wilson? Because it's not dramified. Russell Wilson represents covering up a lot of mistakes. And black men applauding him, they might think they doing something nice. I'm not shaming Russell Wilson, but I'm just saying black men and black women who support Russell Wilson are not just as loud as they are with Dwayne Johnson, LeBron James, and all of these marriages that are done in a functional way. That's what contributes to us, is we keep telling ourselves, this is okay. It's okay for you to have kids out of wedlock. You got a Russell Wilson here. But that doesn't work out for every woman. It does not work out for every woman. And let's be truthful. All of us, every man I know has been in a position of Russell Wilson where we was in love with a woman. And we got looked over most of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I get frustrated about it is because I've been in that place. I've been a stepfather myself. And the reason why I get so frustrated by it, because even as a father, you know how quick I'll get up for my daughter. I mean, you've seen me do it. 6-hour drive, nothing. The thing with that is, my baby mother has 4 TikToks about raising a kid by herself with no help. Now, if you never knew me, you see that, you think I'm a horrible father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is just that we have so much stuff that supports being a single woman. There's so many like security blankets. And we don't ever hold them accountable for making bad decisions per se. Now, I'm not saying to shame and bash them, but it's like, it's no thought in the head like, why did you even have a baby with Future in the first place? Why did you even have a kid? Like, there's no pushback on that at all. It's, don't even talk about that part, because he a piece of shit. He's a horrible father. You doing good raising your kids on your own. You doing what you supposed to do. Then you got a man that comes in and take over. It's like, it's no support on that side where we go away from traditional ways. And us as men, we always got to do what we got to do.
Right.
No matter if we're in a relationship or not. Even as a man, period, you're not going to get looked at unless you got your shit together.
I also, well, granted, it wasn't all about Future and Russell. My question is, because I'm not 100% sure where it came from, but how did Future get a bad reputation as a father? The last thing I heard about his son was, I'm tired of flying on jets to come see you. Like, I take too many trips back and forth in the jet. That doesn't sound like a father who's abandoning his kid. Like, I'm gonna put you on a plane to come see me wherever you at. You come to me. Like, we can fix this up. Like, don't worry. So the reputation, now don't get me wrong, the reputation that he can get from dealing with Sierra and her situation, yeah, you can get a negative reputation as a dude who's gonna be a husband. Like, as far as husband material, maybe not. Future might not be that dude, but I have yet to hear any of his kids come out and outright say, or any of his baby mothers. Because we can say what we want to say, but I ain't ever read a real headline where Sierra says Future is a terrible father.
Yeah. They had she filed a court order on him because he only met 77% of his visitations. Like, there's a court order that she was reporting this, that he missed 30%, roughly 20% of his that's what, like, the thing is, I hate that, you know, a guy like Russell Wilson who actually doing what he's supposed to do is used as a weapon.
Yeah, weapon.
You know what I mean? Because this is what I like to point out to people. And when we talk about traditional ways, like, there's no broadcast of him as a father. I don't even know what his kid looks like, bro. You only see posts of him with Future's child. I don't ever see
the narrative that they're trying to push out here.
It's always insecure.
On top of that, let's get back
and this is what I was going to do, because I'm looking at it more as a general, like, yes, we could talk about the celebrity people, but if we look at the general people now, okay, and we brought this up on the last podcast, one of the main things we were talking about is like dads made certain things happen. It was like your dad was the architect behind it. Like, for example, my mom came to most of my football games. When I grew up, my mom came to my football games, my soccer games. When I did track, she would come to those different type of events. And everybody's like, oh yeah, your mom's always here. Where's your dad?
Let it go.
Oh, okay. So the thing is, with that being said, my dad was the one that paid for all the stuff. Right. My dad had to work and do all these things to be able to provide for me to get to those events and do these certain things. Right. So, but from the way it looks like from the outside, it's like, oh, well, your mom was there supporting you, your mom was doing that. Where was your dad? At work. Yeah. He was doing stuff. But from the narrative, oh, well, your mom's in your life, but where's your dad at?
It goes back to, and I know you gotta step out real quick and back, but it comes to a point where the work, like media and all these other people paying attention to what we doing, it's all based on what they see. It's not based on the true facts. Like, it's not based on what is. Yeah. If my father's out here making the capital, making the money in order for me to be in these situations, be in these games, be at these places, and nobody is saying that outright, everyone's perception in the crowd is like, oh, he has a great mother because she's at every game. We never take into account that it's a reason why they can sit here and be comfortable. It's hard for a man to sit somewhere and be comfortable knowing that there's work to be done. Like, it's hard for me to be at the game 100%, knowing that if I'm not at work, right, if I take off a couple hours from work, the lights might be out. I gotta be to have the cleats you want, and to give you the game system you want, and to get you the TV you want, the size you need, the clothes that you, because I don't want my kid to ever go to school and not be the fresh kid. I know what it's like to not have. I know what it's like to wear the Bobos or the Sonic shoes with A-list. I know what it's like. I ain't putting mine through that. Granted, it made me who I am today, so maybe it's something positive in it. I don't know.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a give and take with all that, you know. But as the tradition, we, like he said, their traditional stuff is something that we really just don't know.
You don't know.
We don't have a clue. And you said it before, the gender role thing. Right. We just don't have that established. Right. It's not something it's something that's been eradicated. Basically. Yeah. And I agree with you. I've agreed with you from the beginning. Yeah. That has been just decimated inside of our households. Mm-hmm. Because some people want one thing to be one way. And it's like, okay, I want you to take care of all the bills, and I want you to do this, that, and the third. But when I come home, ain't no food cooked, ain't the house ain't clean, and none of this stuff done, but you want me to stay traditional. Right. And it ain't happening. But on the other hand, you want to keep all your money, you don't want to take care of nothing, you don't want to do none of this other stuff. So how you want me to keep the traditional value, but you not doing the traditional thing on your end?
It's hard, man, because I remember y'all shared something about it was something about marriage being honest about, you know, stuff that goes on, like the struggles y'all have or something like that. I forgot. Right. Now, I know there's one woman on my page, and she's married to a well-off man. This dude probably make $800 to $1 million a year, right? Mm-hmm. So she literally like tells women that you have the options of having a good man that'll provide everything for you just by being a woman. So, and by her having this well-off husband, they listen to her. But she's leaving out the part that she works out all the time. She cooks 3 times a day. She doesn't have kids. She's a very beautiful woman. And also, her husband isn't necessarily attractive at all. So they leave out that part, and it's like my whole thing is if they were honest about a lot of stuff that they have to do to get these type of men or whatever, and they actually do their part as women, it'll be a lot easier to get, you know, to not have these discussions about like gender roles or whatever. And what I noticed when we had that conversation, all of the gender roles that we split are the roles that are usually done by women. We don't split cutting the grass, fixing the car, changing the oil or the brakes or whatever. You finna come out there while you pregnant and it's raining? You're not finna do that. That's my thing is, I haven't met one woman, even in dating, who had high feelings for me, come to my house and see my bed messed up, or my comforter not matching my blinds or something, and they not coming there and change it. Why does that spirit leave when you get in a relationship or married? It just changes for some reason. I don't know.
I'm gonna speak from my perspective and what has happened in my situation. It's only heightened as we've gone on our journey. Like, it didn't change, like, as far as like go away. It just got better as time went on.
That's why you married her.
Yeah, that's why I'm married. So it's just like, you know, it went from, she saw where she could enhance my life and I can enhance hers. And that's what it's supposed to be about. That's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know what a disconnect is in our community. And like what you said about the glorification of singleness, I feel like it's a lot of broken people behind that.
Yeah, men and women, we both.
On both sides. I agree with that. It's a lot of broken people behind that. Where when we can heal the broken people behind that, I feel like we could be better off as a community and we can rebuild our families. Because togetherness is what we really need as a community.
Right. He helped me. Him and his family, seeing his family structure. My mom and stepfather wasn't the most functional. It's just, but my mom, I have to give my mom full credit for making me feel what love is.
Yeah.
And I've been across a lot of women where I could see my mom and them and they going through stuff. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I'm okay with playing part of like helping them better or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of it. I don't think a lot of people been raised off of love. We don't know what love really is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you've heard me say that before.
They just don't know what that authentic love is. Like, my mom's presence, like, I still feel it today. Whenever I go through anything, I just feel my mom, like, around me. Yeah. She ain't even here no more.
Yeah.
That's how much she showed love to me. And I want to operate off that, but it's a lot of people that don't. Like, I dated a girl one time. She was so, like, when she cleaned the house, she didn't want you touching nothing. Yeah. She wanted to clean her way. And me as a man who hated my mama doing stuff, I had to help her. And when I finally forced her to sit down and helped her, she cried about it. You know what I mean? Because we supposed to help each other. And if it turns that, I don't think we had this discussion if we really love each other. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a lot of because you know how marriage is turned into this contractual thing or whatever. Yeah. And I get it to a certain degree. Right. But it's just people, when I hear people say, I choose loyalty over love, I just feel like they ain't been loved right. Like, because love comes with everything.
But it's the basis of everything. It's the baseline. I feel like it's the baseline of everything, bro. Like, because I feel like, you know, the beginning of my relationship with my wife, it was based off of, okay, we have a mutual interest. But over time, that interest turned into a love that could not be doused. Because everything now that we do is based off the love that we have for each other.
That's why I say
everything.
What you just stated is why I speak so highly on loyalty and respect. Because loyalty and respect can grow into love. Love, like, people love to do drugs. That don't necessarily mean that they respect themselves while doing it. Like, you can destroy yourself with love. If love ain't managed properly, you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to a female, if I go on a date with you, I don't expect you to love me. Right now, I expect you to respect the fact that I came to you. I asked you for your time. I'm paying for the day. Sit back, give me my fair shot. Respect the fact that you're here. Like, and then the loyalty comes in to where it's gonna be other dudes walk by this table. Be loyal enough to me in this moment to hear what I got to say. Like, listen to my proposition.
I hear you, but I just think it comes from you know how I speak of Giselle. Just with her, I don't know, bro. Like, cause with her, man, and even Charissa, when we met, it was just like we have so much like similar core values, like that makes us as a person that we connected from, and it's hard to find that, but it's the thing. Like, what I think about it is like just think when you first hold your child,
Right,
and you hold him in your arms. Like, what's first? I love you, based from purity. Now, with that love from your child, does it not come with loyalty and respect, wanting them to do better in life?
True.
It comes with everything. I don't look at my child, I loyal to you so much, I swear, and I respect you too. You don't do that. But it's I love you because I love you comes from everything in you. And it's when you love somebody who like, I love you, bro.
Right.
There's nothing you can do that could stop that from happening. I'm gonna always look out for you. I don't care what you do to me. You can shoot me today. I'm gonna be you better be at the hospital tomorrow.
But
And there's a loyalty and a respect amongst you too.
Exactly.
And I get what you're saying.
Don't get me confused.
Because
there was a point where I just knew that. Like, oh, Dave, you're a real cool guy.
Ryan walked to my house. That was it. That's all I need to know. But that's my friend right there. They walked to my house.
And I think what you're saying is like a lot of that goes hand in hand.
Right. It's you not go. It's like I don't think you ever reach love without respect and loyalty. Like, you don't.
I get you.
We get that.
And I'm like, I have to get it.
I'm not giving loyalty and respect, both of those things, to any person I don't love. It's not happening.
But I feel like
you have to have those two things first before you get the love.
Because
that's what he's talking about.
Like, hold on, wait.
I get what it is.
I'm saying the opposite. Let's challenge this with a series of questions. I'm gonna move forward, but I need. Right. So going back to Giselle, right? The first thing you stated was we found out we had common interests. So if nothing else, you respect her thought processes, because you like they match mine. I definitely respect what I'm on. So right there, you already respect. Then when it came to who said, "Hey, let's link up first," who said it first?
She did.
She said it first. That's the equivalent to me walking to your house. It's like I'm so intrigued by this individual. You know what? I'm going on the strength. I'm gonna just extend myself out, because typically women don't do that. So basically, she put herself out like, I'm confident enough. I know I'm beautiful. Hey, can we meet somewhere? I think you don't know exactly what you're looking at through this internet. Let me just get in your space. And then when she got in your space, what was the first place y'all went to, or the first thing y'all did?
Went to her house.
Went to her house. Went to her house. So you in my space. I'm so comfortable with you. I'm willing to share my space with you, my literal space. I got respect already. I showed you loyalty. Instead of trying to, we ain't gonna be around. No, it's us. Me and you in this space is just us. Loyalty. And then respect my mind. I got your loyalty already. Now, when you start saying, "Oh man, I loved her at first sight," no, you loved her at first thought, bro. You loved her from a space of where when y'all talk about that whole kindred spirit thing, I like and respect you because we get it. Like, it's different when you're in a space with somebody who understands you.
Right.
I get it. You get me? I get you. Okay, if nothing else, I know if we in disagreement, it's a real disagreement because majority of the time we seeing the same. I'm looking at the world the same way you looking through it. Like it's different.
I feel that.
I can
It's
feel you on
just
that.
like when you don't label it because though when you see that loyalty and respect, it just verifies that it was love there in the first place. Because you don't want to say you love somebody right off the bat, but you feel that, and it just those things confirm that there was love there.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like,
sure.
like it's hard to find a woman that thinks like her, and I don't want to go on about it, but you know, after meeting her, I started dating a certain way, and it's been working for me so far. And I've been running into the same type of women, and it is what it is. Man. But yeah, I feel you.
It's just levels.
I feel you.
That's all I'm saying.
It's
Stage
levels,
1, loyalty, respect. Stage 2, stage 3, final boss. Now we love. Final boss, we get mad.
Final boss, we put rings.
Final boss. There's a lot of people who just they put it on the easy setting, and then you know you get to end the game on easy. It tell you play on a harder setting and get to the final. You know what I'm saying? So
For sure.
it's just that. That's just how it works. I don't necessarily have my phone with me, so I can't even see my
we
topics.
gonna get.
Because yeah.
There you go, brother.
I
You know
appreciate
what
you
I'm saying?
a great deal. All right. So, is it wrong or right to validate someone's insecurities? In this, I'm certain Mr. Hicks was speaking from a space of, in the past, somebody might have been hurt, and then they're transferring that hurt onto you. Just deal with this shit. So, is it your job as the person who she's pursuing now, or he's pursuing, but in our case it'd be she's, is it your job to validate that and be like, okay, and work through that with her, or be like, hey, you should have worked through that before you reached
You should have worked through that before because, like, look, a girl tried to like tell me before we saw each other that she didn't want to have sex because she felt like that was all I wanted. Now, in my eyes, I've been at work for almost 2 months. Okay, so I'm like, we already had sex several times before. So what makes you think that? And I asked her, I'm like, where does this come from? It's like, I'm just tired of men using me up.
There it is.
That right. I was like, look, whatever you got going on, I just want you to answer one question. What have I done to make you think these thoughts?
Right.
Didn't get an answer.
Because you can't.
Didn't get an answer. So I'm like, I want to move forward with you, but I can't because I put a certain amount of trust into you to not be like women I've dealt with in the past. I was like, I just left for 2 months. I could have a lot of questions right now.
Sure.
On who you messed with, where you been, all I could go on and on. But I just trusted you. Now, why can't I get the same in return? So I asked her to come over. It was 2 in the afternoon, bro. 2. It wasn't late. It was early during the day. And I had stuff planned for her to do for her birthday and everything. I just wanted to have a good time with her. And when she said that, it just literally, I lost complete interest, bro. Like right then and there, like I just lost interest because I'm like, I did nothing to show this. And I told you, because I didn't know it was a birthday, I was like, I told her, I was like, look, I didn't know it was your birthday. We're going to do something special next time I see you. That didn't stick in her head. That wasn't the thought she ran to. The thought she ran to was all other dudes that did something to her in a certain type of way. And then now, when you start trying to weaponize sex or whatever, now I'm going to start looking at your age, how many kids you got, how you look compared to the other women I've messed with. And you just put yourself in a bad place. Right. So, I do feel like some people come into your life and help you see things from a different perspective. Like the 2 women I just mentioned on the last topic, Charissa gave me hope that you could actually fully bond with somebody and be a best friend. Because like I had fun with her. So she didn't necessarily heal me, but she showed me a different light. But also I didn't hold nothing against her. We gave each other a chance. I don't think, just like with the when you said when you have a problem, you gotta admit that it's a problem at first.
Right.
So if you can't acknowledge that you damaged and you have an issue, there's nothing I can do for you.
Right.
I can't. That's my take on it. I get frustrated when I'm doing what I can to show I'm a good dude, and it's still not enough. I gotta go.
Yeah. At a certain point, you gotta put, when people be hitting you with that line, I gotta protect my peace. I'm 100% in agreement with that statement.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. So I will say I agree with you. You need to fix that before you get to me. And I'll take it a step further. If you even need to go sit down and talk to somebody, go do that. Because what you doing is, I'm going to say it again like I always say, broken people create other broken people.
Right.
And what you're doing is transferring your hurt onto another person. And what you'll do is end up dragging that situation along and breaking the person that was already okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what you'll do is you'll hinder that person that was already okay and that was probably already taking the steps to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And mess them up for the next person. Or you'll be in the way of them getting to the person that they was looking for already.
Mm-hmm.
You could be in the way.
You could be the problem.
You could be in the way of them getting to their quote unquote happily ever after. Mm-hmm. So you need to get out the way or go fix what you got going on, because you could either be they happiness or you could be in the way. So you need to fix that. So if that's you taking a Saturday to yourself and spending 30 minutes sitting down on the couch talking to somebody to fix whatever that is, you need to do it.
Right.
Because you don't need to project your insecurities onto something, because that man, that woman could be ready to give you the world. But if inside your mind all they doing is trying to cause you chaos, you ain't gonna never be able to get past it.
And I use car analogies all the time. I'm gonna use one now.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. If you was walking, man, right now, if you was walking, finish now, but if you were, and I had a car in my parking lot, driveway right there, and I was like, yeah, it don't run, but I mean, you can have it, you can buy it. What you gonna say to me?
No use for it.
I have no use for that. Like, there's no point to. Why would I go and get an additional issue? Now I gotta go from the fact that I don't have a car to the fact that I got a car, I just can't drive it. Like, what is you using me as storage or something? Like, that's what it feels like when you move on to that next relationship and you still got the baggage and weight from your old relationship. You bringing your electrical issues, your bad gas over here to me in this well-running machine that I call my life. Stop it. Like, I'm already on the road going, trying to meet other people on the road going. You need to go see a mechanic. If you can't fix it yourself, go see somebody who can get you fixed. For some people, that's the church and God. For some people, that's a man or a woman sitting there and they in a chair telling them about their life and how, and the men or the women and you know, you need to go see one of them before you get to me, because the thing is, the way that normal, everyday people operate, I'm not looking for a problem. I'm looking for success. I'm looking for happiness. I'm looking for a good time. I'm looking for somebody I can build something with. But if I'm building something with somebody who got inferior bricks, if I'm sitting up here and you telling me that the foundation we finna build my relationship on is so fragile to where, oh, you know, the last house I built, it fell down. So I don't necessarily want to put no studs or anything up right now because, okay, so I need somebody I can build with. So if you're not confident in the building materials, if you're not confident in yourself, don't come over here. I'm a different type. I'm confident in what I'm bringing. I'm so confident that if you told me, oh, yeah, one of my houses did break down in the past, I'm going to be like, for real? That's crazy.
My foundation's straight.
My foundation's straight. If I wasn't over here now building this, I would go back and double check that, but I'm working on this now, so it's built.
The thing
This is a different thing.
Thing is, man, life is already difficult enough. See, y'all. If you ain't coming in and try to add to my life, why would I sit here? And I mean, I know people struggle through stuff. Don't get me wrong. But why would I sit here and allow you to tear down the foundation that I already built? Why would, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I put myself through that? And I mean, I understand, like, sometimes, bro, we have people that come in our lives, and we have people that we vibe with, that we like, and that we grow to love, and we bring them along, and we hold on to them. But sometimes, bro, we gotta let them people go. Yeah. Sometimes we just gotta let them go. No matter how much we rock with them, no matter how much we love them, some people will hold on to you until they won't let you go.
Right. They just bricks. They the bricks holding the balloons down.
Yeah, it's okay. Got constantly reassure them. Constantly make sure they're okay. And
it's gonna end up draining you to hold on to them.
Mm-hmm. I saw that from the get-go.
Sometimes you just gotta let them type of people go, bro. And it's gonna hurt you for a minute. It's like, dang, man, I really rock with. And it ain't even just gotta be a woman. It could be a friend that you've been cool with since y'all was little. That too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I really rock with Cuz, bro. Yeah. Man, me and him, we been through some stuff together. Well, that next chapter just ain't meant for y'all to go through that.
My thing is, it's almost selfish. Like, it's selfish on both parts, right? Mm-hmm. It's selfish for them to hold you down, like to hold on to you and keep you weighted and have you immersed in their problem so much so that you can't get to your own.
Yeah.
But it's also selfish on your part because if I'm not offering you an actual solution to your problem, the fact that you can keep coming back to me with the same problems, I'm not giving you an honest interpretation or a real remedy to your problems.
Yeah.
So it's selfish as I'm keeping you here. I should allow you, hey, bro, look, I'm trying to do this, you trying to do that. Let me give you the time to go fix that. Go fix your stuff, and I'm going to go work on this. In the future, we might link back up, but I'm giving you an option. Hey, bro, go do what you need to do to make sure you good.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry. I'm good over here. Go get good. And don't make it to where, I took off because, you left me when I was down. I didn't leave you when you was down. The fact that I put you in a position to really, truly analyze your situation is probably the reason you came up. You were sitting up here somewhere because you'll have people out there doing that keep up with the Joneses. They see what you got. Oh, man, you got the family. Oh, man, you got the car. Oh, man, you got the career. You so busy looking over on my fence and you letting all your grass die.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example of something that I saw. Y'all watched the video that John and Lucas did.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the perfect example.
Yeah. That's
perfect example.
Yeah, because you get to a point where, I had to do this with a family member. I didn't give him some money. And he had like a little attitude towards me because I just felt like this problem keeps coming up. And I keep getting you out this situation. So if I keep doing this, you're not going to learn from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me, if me telling you no neglects all those thousands of times I told you yeah, all due respect, fuck you, bro.
Let me get out your way. That's my perspective. Yeah, at a certain point, I gotta let you do for you. I'm a hinder. Like at a certain point, I become an enabler. I'm an enabler,
and that's gonna force them to deal with the insecurities that they got. Like when it boiled down to for us to go back to the subject, it's gonna force them to deal with the insecurities that they have within themselves, whether it be inferiority issue, whether it be you thinking that you're not good enough for this or you weren't smart enough for this, whatever it may be.
Or even them thinking that they are something that they not actually is. Right. There might be stuff that you need to work on that you don't think you need to work on. Man, that's a tough one to do, man, because when you're improving in life, bro, it's just this stuff you gotta deal with right here. This stuff right here. Some people you just gotta fucking let go. And I had to take that shit, man. It was hard, but
you gotta do it. You gotta do it, man.
You got it. Go do what you need to do. That's how, like I said, in order for you not to be in a space to where you're an enabler or you're a hindrance to somebody growing and bettering themselves, sometimes you gotta let go. it's hard for a balloon. If they had ropes tying a plane down, it's gonna be hard for that plane to take off from the ground if you always holding it back. Look, bro, let me cut these strings. Go do what you gotta do. I'm gonna see you in the sky anyway. I'm taking off too. Don't worry about it. We gonna meet back up.
There's so many things that can go along with why we don't be wanting to take off. Some of us got survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
Some of us got so many issues. And I know we can go on and on and on about why we don't take off. But the main thing is that we gotta take off.
I got to. In order for me to do this properly, I have to. You understand? I have to go. It's like when you left your mama house that first time to go off into the real world.
Yeah.
Majority of the mamas like, whoa, where you going? You ain't gotta leave so fast.
You ain't going so fast.
Calm down.
Oh, wait, you got a what? An apartment? No, what?
Stay there, save your money. And it's like, and in her heart of hearts, she means all the well. Like, but your father, like, I know what he got to do.
Yeah.
This is what I built. This ain't for him. His legacy, the legend that he's become, ain't here. He ain't gonna be a legendary couch sitter, baby. Like, he ain't gonna be the greatest 2K player. like, go out there, experience this thing. If you need to come back, that's different. Because I understand some people need to reset. Resetting is real. But I need you to go out, see what it's about. And if you need to come back, it's because you're trying to formulate a better strategy. When it comes to your relationships, your friends, and the insecurities, hey, if you're insecure about it, deal with it. Deal with that insecurity. Beat that insecurity before you go and try to tackle another obstacle. Or bring somebody else into your current task, like your current problems. Like, I'm not going to bring you to a house that's falling down. Let me rebuild first, and then I'll invite you in. I'm not. We going to jump into You Won't Believe This, and You Won't Believe This is brought to you by.
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out Traces Like Mine, Yanni Like Mine, and Wasted Desires. Yanni Like Mine, Traces Like Mine. They're both on Facebook and on Instagram. You can find them. Traces Like Mine, hair care products for a Black woman by a Black woman to help Black women. Yanni Like Mine, ladies, take care of your Yanni. If you do not know what your Yanni is, please look it up. It does not clean itself. And Wasted Desires, you can go on wasteddesires.com. They have waist beads, anklets, bracelets, thigh chains, basically all those beautiful things to make your body even a little more beautiful.
Exceptional. Tyler Bailey, Luxury Clothes by Luxury Guy. When I say luxury, I do mean luxury, so premium clothes, premium prices, just the way it works, okay? Outside of that, Booty Wiggles, with my cousin Mike. He does a podcast called State of Being, SOB, but it's not SOB, it's what I said originally, State of Being. His topic range is along the same lines as ours, with slight differences, but like I said, give him a shot. If you don't like what he's saying today, listen to him again. D-Mac, he's a barber. It's actually his fan. And, yeah. Oh, Green Grind and Snake with the fitness. And DK was here.
Yeah, I was just about to shout out.
You got a name for it?
I have to find out the name of it. But DK, he was the person on the last podcast. He was the personal trainer. He actually has helped athletes actually get into college. One of our friends, Spencer, he actually he's at OU and he's transferring to Ole Miss. Mm-hmm. He's a beast. You can look him up. He's a quarterback. So he actually cultivates and helps his players, the people that he trains to actually get to that certain point that they're trying to get to.
Also, because DK can be used on a plethora of things, including Donkey Kong, the video game.
Sorry.
Derek Kelsey. So, look him up on Instagram, look him up on Facebook. I'm sure he'd be happy to see you. Nate is with Grit and Grind Fitness. So, Nate Price, Grit and Grind. Derek Kelsey is with Derek Kelsey, and he's the one who's assisting people getting into that college arena with their fitness and going through the athletic programs. I'm going to pass it on. Anybody got to show love to?
Shout out my boy Bryant, Slaughter Cuts, Fort Worth, Texas, man. I'm going to throw it back over.
Cool beans, and I'm on Ricochet Boom. You got anybody showing love to?
Carlos Jackson. He got a fight coming up in August, I believe. He's bantamweight. I think he's ranked 15 in the world right now. Shout out to him.
Nice, man. And one day I'm gonna be able to shout out to Don, be like, oh, go check out the Don podcast.
You got a video up. I posted one today about keke Palmer.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool
so
beans. Well, I mean that's just so you know, we'll get to that in a minute. But right now, the LGBT community is urging professionals to say a woman who has a vagina, instead of calling it a vagina, it will be referred to as a bonus hole. Okay.
I'm sorry. I put this on there because I'm one of those people. I believe in fair and equality for all, but at some point in time, somebody has to say, "Okay, we're going a little too far. We're taking it too far. Like we went too far left on some." And I'm a firm believer, fair and equality. But for you to sit here, and what I mean by natural born woman, you were born as a woman with a vagina. That is a natural born woman. Now, I understand if that is what you identify as. I respect your idea to be identified, but you cannot sit up here and tell the person that was naturally born this way, you know what, we're not going to call your God-given gift.
Right.
We're not going to call that what it is anymore because it's a bonus.
So it's because this is something for the people. You're gonna have to be, proper with it. I read the articles. The doctors are asked to basically speak with the person and be like, "What would you like to call it?" So if you're dealing with a transgender woman, man, I always get that confused because I don't know whether it's a transgender man or a transgender woman. Because I'm like, if you're dealing with somebody who has went and had the operation, has transitioned. Thank you. You're dealing with a woman who's transitioned from a woman into a man. That does not neglect the fact or negate the fact that you still have a cervix. And the people who were putting this out there were people who were dealing with cervix cancer. And they felt like they were omitting a certain group of people because they're not going to pick up the document necessary because they're like, oh, well, it doesn't speak to directly me. Granted, I'm someone who's a firm believer, right? I don't care what you what you decided to do with how you moving. You know what you have. If you have a cervix, and women have cervix, if you have a cervix, I don't care what you identify as. If it can put you in jeopardy, you need to get checked. Stop with the extra stuff and trying to be no. Your health comes first. You can't identify as something from the grave. I don't care what you talking about or what you doing. I'm not really into the argument to try to say, oh, women is men that. I don't even care. Your health come first. If you're a man and you need to get a prostate exam, but you got a vagina on the other end, buddy, I don't care. Go get your prostate checked and stay alive. Don't let the jargon or the wordplay put you in a position where you put yourself in harm's way because you can't accept the fact that this is what was in the beginning. What you transitioned to, what you changed to, I could care less, buddy. What you do in your home is on you. What she do, it don't matter. Health come first. Put yourself first. Put yourself in the mindset to where I don't care what you call it, a vagina, a bonus hole, a front hole, a side hole, a hole in one. Motherfucker, go get checked.
Yeah, this the thing though. Like, I'm a little bit frustrated by this, by learning some stuff about how they do their transitions. And I learned this fairly recently, and it's disturbing. Okay, it's raising the percentage is raising on them having complications of keeping a hole open. Okay, to begin with, because the body keeps healing itself. For one. Percentage is also raising of even them regretting having the surgery in the first place.
Right.
And more alarming, it's up to, I believe, 48 almost 50% of these procedures when it comes to transgender women are catching cancer and life-threatening diseases from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not being spoken of. And do y'all know how they create the transgender men penises?
I have no idea.
Take off a piece of their skin on the arm. So they have to go through this, and it's the success rate is, I believe, 12%.
That's not a good odd, but okay.
And we're still pushing them to say, I'm a man and woman. I'm just saying, like, even when coming to, it's no percentage that supports even acknowledging a lot of this stuff when it's not even successful making that transition to make it that, call it a term equal to what a natural born woman or man would be.
Right.
So it's like at some point we got to be real and be honest about what's going on. Like this is going too far.
Right.
It's going too far, and it's not helping them. It's not helping them at all. At some point, it just needs to be like, look, you're a transgender man, you're a transgender woman, okay? You have a penis. Even if it's cut off, you still have those internal organs, which puts you at certain health risk that is identified by these terms here.
Right.
It is not a woman. This is what men deal with. So we have to stay on that topic for your health.
And I feel like that piggybacks into the conversation we had about insecurities. Granted, it's not a relationship insecurity, but in order for you, I feel like a part of you moving forward with that process, whatever that process might be for you, if it is transitioning from woman to man, which, like I said, if that's what you want to do that. You have to accept. I was either a man or a woman first. Like, accept it, because it is going to, one, put you in I would feel, a better mental space, because you're able to accept the circumstances that are in your life. I don't have to convince you or change anybody else around me. I know what took place with you. I came out the womb this way, but internally I identify as this. Cool. That does not change the fact. If a transgender woman walks into a hospital and says, I'm pregnant, the doctor is going to walk you back outside. What do you mean? There's no way. It doesn't work like that. So own it. There's a part of it to where I agree with you, Dave. You do what you're gonna do. But when you start to try to step over that bound into the world of delusion, to where you can't accept what is, when you have to neglect the facts and put only your feelings in place, that's where I have the issue. There are facts in this that cannot be negated based solely on your health. It has nothing to do with whether I'm willing to sit next to you or talk to you or look at you. It has nothing to do with that. It's simply, if you do not get this operation or this change, or somebody to look into that for you, you could die. Your kids and your family members will no longer see you because you were so in your feelings that you neglected the fact that, hey, I need people to look at these other parts that are strictly identified as female or male. Penis is the males. The vaginas is the females. Prostate, cervix. If you got a cervix, go get the pamphlet, go get the check. If you got a prostate, go get the pamphlet, go get the check. It's that simple. Stop trying to make it a polarized situation where the fact that you said I got a cervix and you identify my vagina as a vagina is the reason why I have to die today. If that's a hill you want to stand on and lose your life for, buddy, that's on you. Nobody asking you to do that. Nobody. All I'm saying is, the second you walk out of that office and put your three-piece suit back on, your pantsuit or whatever you're going to rock to identify as what we are, cool. At the end of the day, I'm going to say, what up, bro? Cool beans. And if it's saving your life, I even go as far to be like, hey, bro, let's go ahead and go over here. You can get your cervix checked real quick. I got to get a prostate exam. And then we come back and hit the bar, get some wings or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time I'm respect your turns, the him, them, she, they. I'm respect all that. Because I respect you. But I also respect you enough to say, hey, regardless of what you see yourself as or what you believe yourself to be or what you actually are, I want you healthy and alive. I don't care nothing about that. My sole purpose is the soul that's inside the container that is you. I'm trying to keep you alive. How can I do that and have you be comfortable with how I'm doing it? I got to bring you to that realization. I got to help you battle that insecurity. That's what I got to do first. So I'll be like, regardless of what you want to call it, front hole, glory hole, bruh, you need to go get your service checked tonight. Like, what you doing? That's the fact. So all that, like, don't get me wrong, I understand part of what they're going through is so much hate and all that in the world for me and all this because of the decisions I made. I'm telling you right now, the people who are like me don't even care, bro. Or ma'am, when you walk inside your room and do what you do, I could care less.
Most people don't.
Most people just don't even register to me. I don't worry about you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to care who you lay with. I don't care. What I do care about is if I love you, I want you around. I know that. I care less. Good people need to be here. It's enough bad. If you one of the good ones, I don't care what I gotta do to keep you here. If that's help you realize that, hey, yeah, I got a service, but I identify as a man, cool. Like I said, we're gonna go over to this clinic and get that check. I ain't got time. And I don't need you to try to figure out or manipulate the jargon to make you feel comfortable about it. Sometimes being healthy ain't something that make you feel comfortable. Like I got this large cut on my neck because I had what was it? A growth, or it was benign anyway. But it was like, could be cancer, go check it out. So went in there, did parotidectomy, cut the face, it ain't nothing. But for that first couple of days, I'm like, hey, you telling me that it could be old. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna show it because I'm like, I'm real about it, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm like, oh my gosh. The reality is uncomfortable.
Well, that's like the men back in the day were so afraid to get prostate cancer, to get their prostate checked because they are, I don't want another man touching me in that way, kind of things like that. So most men would be like, nah, I'd rather die. Until people start really dying.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's like, hold up, bro. I'd rather you stick a finger up in me and save my life.
They don't even have to do that no more.
Yeah.
They poop in a bag.
Well,
real life.
Glad things have changed because I ain't gonna lie.
Back to that.
I'm glad
answer to that is they got one that they got a thing that go up your butt.
Oh, that's called a
No, it's a massager for your It actually decreases your chances, I think, up to 80% of catching prostate cancer.
So you telling me I gotta ask my wife? Like this levels to this. I can't. I'm trying not to die, baby. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, because I had.
Here we go.
I had a cancer, but I'm being honest with you guys. I'm gonna put some personal stuff out here. It can get, if you don't check it, man, it can get to a point to where you can have an actual man period.
Huh?
Both ways. Your pee and the other one. You can actually see blood in those. So I'm just being honest with you.
Honestly, I didn't know about the whole just pooping in a bag thing. But honestly, don't get me wrong. At one point in time, I was like, nah. Because I was in my 20s, I was like, I ain't got to worry about that. But I'm getting to my late 30s, and they say you are supposed to get a check when you hit 40.
Yeah.
Just like when you hit 60, you're supposed to get a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Those are things to keep you healthy.
Right.
But there's so many people that are like, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. Because it's like, oh, your insecurities, like, oh, you worry about how this is gonna make you look or feel. But I'd rather you be healthy and alive.
What I'm trying to say on top of that, to add to that, you are so, I'm going to call it what it is, narcissistic, to where you think people care. I learned at an early age, and I was thankful for it, like, nobody looks at you like you look at you. Nobody do. Your mom and your dad don't even look at you like you look at you. Like, you understand? Think about it this way. You came home with terrible grades as a kid. A lot of you. And if you didn't bring it and say, hey, Mom, I got my report card today, you could make it through the entire year. At that time, what was it, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Six
Six
weeks?
weeks.
You could get through 6 report cards before your mama finally realized that I should have whooped you 6 times by now, child. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
You care more about you than anybody else. So if you're thinking negatively or got that little monkey on your shoulder talking that, you know, if you go get your cervix checked, that's going to identify you as a woman because only women have cervix. I can't go because I don't want them to think that. Buddy, half the time, I don't care how much surgery you got, half the time we already know what you should have been identified as. I don't care. The only reason I participate in it is because it makes you happy. It's what keeps you cool. It's what keeps you comfortable. Personally, I don't care. I'd rather call you by your name anyway. I don't try to figure out what is what. I don't care. But if you're a good person, I would be far more upset that a good person had to die because they talked themselves into death. You talked yourself into something so stupid, some delusion, that I actually care whether you sleeping with this person or that person, whether you got this organ or that. I don't even care, brother. My life is so complex and so full of shit. I don't got no god doggone time to be worried about that part of you. Okay? I'm worried about, are you alive? Are you healthy? How's your mental state? If I walk away right now, can I come back and say hi to you because you're still here? Or do I got to sit over some gravestone looking at it and thinking like, dang, that was a good person, man.
And you know, one of the, I'm going to just say it right here. One of the biggest issues in the Black community, we prolong doing what we need to do to stay alive. Mm-hmm. Like grandparents, parents, even the younger people now, they're starting to do better. But one of the main things is we'll wait till something gets to a point of no return instead of actually getting it checked out. There's a lot of people that had issues in the beginning if you would just got different things checked out. Like, no matter what it could have been, it could be dementia, it could be cancer. There's a lot of people where it was cancer, it was like 2%. I got on to my old man about it because he found out he had 2% cancer. And at first he was like, I ain't gonna deal with it. I'm like, what do you mean you ain't gonna deal with it? You got grandkids. What we talking about here? It's like, man, if we gotta force you in here, you going. Because that makes no sense for you to just be like, I don't want to find out. It's like the person where you could have cured or got to the point where this wouldn't even been a big enough issue, but yet you wait and wait until the point where it's no return.
Just to feel like everything's okay. It's not actually okay. The fact is, you getting sick about a day.
Yeah.
But you feel like it's okay. I'm feeling. Yeah. I don't care about what you feel. What is your feelings? If me telling you to Pop, hey, look, shut up, let's go to the doctor, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because my love for my father is greater than the delusion he got to where all I gotta do is ignore it and it's gonna go away. No, buddy. That's the equivalent of, that's like life is like a fucking bill collector. No matter what you do,
bill collector gonna call.
He gonna call. It's his job to collect. collect. There's nobody who escapes this thing. You only delay. And the fact that I'm asking you to delay is truly selfish because I know the longer you here, the more aches and pains you get. But I just enjoy your presence so much, fam. I just want you to be around. Look at some more of this before you go. And when you get to the other side, you might be looking down on us like, man, that was a good time. It's way better up here. But I still want you here while you're here, fam. Let me jump on, because I go on that all day. Look, let's keep this one short. Like 4 minutes short. All right.
Wow.
Married men's perspective on the keke pump. Well, I apologize. We have the Don in the building. A man's perspective on Keke Palmer and Usher. And I forgot her husband's name. I'm so sorry. I forgot her baby father's name. I'm going to keep it right. I forgot his name. All right, I'm going to give mine quick as I can. One, where I feel she messed up and when she's continuously messing up, she got on stage recently and said, I don't need a man, I need a bag. Foolish. You might not need a man, but your child's going to need a man in his life. So, bypass all that, stop going for the clicks and the likes and all that, and go for what your child actually needs, which is a male presence in his life. And that man that is that child's father can provide that. Two, where Buddy went wrong. I don't care what goes on in my household. I don't run a zoo. So I ain't putting up no gates for anybody else to look in. When I say that, Instagram is not where you air your dirty laundry, fam. Go handle that face-to-face with your woman if you really got an issue with it. Because the fact that when you put everybody in it, you invited everybody to have a say-so. That's why I'm talking about it now. Personally, like I said earlier, I absolutely don't care about what you and Keke Palmer go through.
Yeah.
However, you invited me in, I'm going to give my 2 cents. Two,
Way
Usher. Good work, fam. You helping these men out here understand that you got real like I don't feel like I'm off top. They don't understand the power that Usher be having, fam. Like Usher will take your girl, fam. It is what it is. He can sing, he can dance, he got every tool he needs to make you go from wife to baby mama really quick. So Keke, don't be out here half naked, because that's a beacon. He gonna come get you. Yes, I'm gonna serenade you.
Yeah, he might do it on both.
You should have been like the dude on the 5 Heartbeats. You gotta just step in there. I know I can't sing, but I'm finna get out. Hey, Ursula, come. Hey, I'm an orchestrator. Oh, you finna sing up? Hey, yo, come over here. I'm okay with you singing to her. I'm trying to bring you over here so she can see this and understand. I understand. I'm joking.
Bruh, nah, I'm gonna just say it like this. Like, okay, first of all, if you ever watched the Boondocks where Tom got his wife stolen by Usher, that's actually true.
That's a true story.
It's a true story, and I found it out. One of the producers of the Boondocks was on there with it, and Usher came in. Basically, his girl, which he even said now, his ex-wife is now like Usher came in, and basically she was swooning over Usher and all that kind of stuff, and then it was like, oh. Then come Boondocks, the creator of Boondocks, was like, you know we're going to have that on episode, right? Like, but it's funny because Usher can't steal your girl.
Steal your girl, bro.
This is like forget Trey Songz saying Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Usher the real Mr. Steal Your Girl, bro.
Yeah, it's like because he is 50, still in shape, got the money, can sing, can dance. He's basically what most women want.
Let's not forget the roller skates.
In his shoes, bro. The dude got the.
It's like
what? Let's not forget the roller skates.
Like at that point, I'm just gonna be like, look, either you here with me or you here with him. And most of the time, because of what I'm not that concerned. I know you coming home with me.
Yeah.
All I know is, in order for me to get the way I want, I gotta play. You know what I'm saying? You know, the confession CD while I'm in it.
Yeah.
To bring you back. You know, and to let you know I'm the one. I'm the real deal. Like, I'm the one really putting it in your life. That's what I do.
But on a serious tip, the thing for I do not know the man's name. I'm gonna say it just like he did. You putting your laundry out there. You putting what's going on in your house on social media. You should never do. Any issues I have with my spouse, you will never, ever, ever, ever see it on social media. That's in-house. Because when you take things out of house, now everybody gets to weigh in. Then it gets to that point where it's like somebody in your ear, man, I wouldn't take her back. Man, I wouldn't do that. And vice versa. Oh, well, he's insecure. He's this, he's that. Like, honestly, could your woman have handled it better? Yes. Yeah. I agree. She could handle it better because she was straight going in pelvis to pelvis. Usher didn't want to move because, Usher got a girl. So he actually moved to the side. Keke coming up, giving him the hugs and everything. And I'm like, I understand if you're starstruck. Because let's be honest, Usher. You're a Carrie Hilson fan. I'm a Megan Good fan and a Nia Long fan. I'm like, yeah. But you're married or you have responsibilities and also out of respect for that person.
Right.
I'm not going to do stuff. I can't step completely out of line when I got a wife at home.
I'm not gonna jump up and grab my feet to somebody's couch.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm gonna respect the context. That show. You went to a concert. Okay, you had a good time. Great. Now come get this final performance so we can put on that rest so I can fix this for you. Like, okay.
Number one.
I mean, Cuz is a superstar. Neither for one. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, just to piggyback off, where he messed up at, it's like, dude, it's Keke. We all know Keke is over the top. We know she over the top. And everything that she do, especially now that she's older, she is over the top and everything. So did you really think that she was gonna respond in a docile manner? Did you really think that you doing what you did and airing your dirty laundry on for everybody to see? Did you think that she was gonna be? Oh, I think I messed up and I could have did better. Did you
really? I feel like she should have. But keep her family.
But being who she is.
But we know that wasn't gonna happen.
Being who she is, did you really think that she was gonna respond in that manner? As over the top and as loud as Keke Palmer is. I'm just being honest.
I agree.
Did you really think she was going to respond that way?
No. That's why
nobody.
Don't bring that out there.
We honestly got the response that we expected. And that he should have expected. If you wanted a different response, you should have acted differently.
Right.
You should have been like, hey, look.
But we all know any man.
What you did.
Don't do that here.
Don't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is my house. I don't do this. Not broadcasting that shit out in front of everybody.
First of all, look at it like this. Nobody is going to take the right... I'm going to leave it at this.
No, I'm saying, you got because he ain't even spoke yet.
Sorry.
I was like, but hey, y'all follow me on Instagram. I just recently spoke about this. I posted it earlier today. Dame Rich 415, DameRich 415. I did a whole video on this, basically getting on dude. But as far as Keke Palmer go, I don't give a fuck if it was Jesus up there. You my woman, control yourself. I can only speak from experience. My ex dated Brandon Carr, and he wanted her back while we was together. Pulled up in a Lamborghini, and she told him to go home. I don't want to hear it, bro. I'm a regular dude. You Keke Palmer, you have access to all types of dudes. You're gonna have several chances to see Usher. Several chances. And it just come at a point where the way he handled it and the way that she did when she handled it the way that she did, it gave it. I mean, it made it okay because he was weak. So when I see a man act like that, if I'm trying to get Keke Palmer, what's the first thought you go? Oh, this nigga, she ain't gonna be with him for long.
I mean, that's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be with it. Man, come on, bro. Like, you have to, like, and then on the flip side, she just had a baby, bro. Postpartum depression is real. She didn't feel sexy for a long time. Why did she have to go to Usher to feel this way? You didn't do something, bro. You we could say this all day, but what did you do to prevent this?
Yeah, preventive maintenance.
Okay, and you saw her in that dress. Why you didn't get one in before she went? You saw the dress, bro. You saw it.
She dressed up.
Baby, hold on. Let me put this baby to sleep. You got me fucked up real quick. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going too far with that, but I'm just saying,
but
it's just
real talk though. You saying what most of us were thinking. Like, if you look at her and she's walking out the door, it's like, nigga, where the fuck? It's like, you going with that on? Where you think you going without me with that on? You know what I'm saying?
Like, you seen that, and then you and then throughout the relationship, I've never heard dude say anything else about Keke.
Well, he was popping her butt and putting it on social media, so obviously at one point it was cool.
Yeah, that's my point. You can't just have a problem with it now. You know what I mean?
It's because I mean, you know, most of the time, bro, when you not the apex and your woman is the apex, basically, and everybody is pining over her, and she at the top of the spotlight. Sometimes some niggas don't know how to handle it.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a sign of weakness, for sure. And him being a weak person in that moment, but also him not being that apex, him not being that top guy.
She had your child. She had her first child with you. That's one. Second, she has to come home. Taking off this shirt, walk through that motherfucker down. I'm finna handle this. It's like, man, I get it, and I've been in this. Don't get it twisted. I mean, you've seen women I've dated. Like, I have been intimidated a lot of times, seeing heads turn when it's just sometimes, bro. You just gotta always keep the fact in your head. She coming home with me, and I can handle it that way. You know what I mean?
I got chose.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just feel like he didn't handle that the right way, and I just think as a whole, as a black community, especially black women, I don't like how we so quick to push the singleness and the stuff doing by yourself away from your relationship equally as, like, don't do that to your man. He a good man. Don't do this. That we don't hear enough of that from black women. That's my point.
Agreed. 30 seconds. Anybody got something they want to throw in here right quick?
Follow us on Threads and Fanbase.
Threads, Fanbase. Oh, we didn't shop. I'm a shop. This is something for the people. That is something. The number 4 DA people. You can find us on most, if not all, podcast networks, from your Stitcher, your podcast, your iPod, whatever. We there. On top of that, if you're on YouTube, go ahead, type behind that something, the number 4 DA people podcast, and that's going to minimize those search results. We'll come up a lot faster. And if you like, share, subscribe, show your people. We're trying to grow this thing. We need you to grow this thing.
Get us to 500.
Get us to 500. Once you get us to 500, keep in mind, we want to go over to the fan base and build that up as well. Top notch, because that's supporting black supporting black. Top notch is ideal. Go to the podcast. If you're going to leave a review, you want 5-star reviews, 5-star reviews only. If you got to give us anything less than that, feel free to just go find somebody else to comment on that you can give 5 stars to, okay? That being said, this right here has been another episode of Something for the People. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
Easy.